Let me know how that turns out for you, because I'll be doing that for my next Zoom meeting next Friday.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on to our second quarantine chat. So on Monday, we had Money Grab Monday. I was the speaker for that one. And we talked a little bit about scholarships and financial aid for underclassmen. And so today we have a very, very, very special guest. We have Gunny Sergeant Stephen K. Little, who is our point person for Norristown Area High School. And he comes in several times a week, and we have a really good time when he comes in. So before we get started, just wanted to give you guys some housekeeping information. I'm going to have everyone on mute. However, if you have any questions while this session goes on, you can simply unmute yourself and you can ask the question that you want to ask. If you don't want to unmute yourself to ask your question, at the bottom of your screen, there's a tab that says chat, and you guys can type your questions in the chat. If I see it pops up, either I will check in there, Ms. Gallagher or Gunnery Sergeant Little will look in there and ask questions as we go along. All right. And tomorrow we're going to have another special guest. We're going to have Mr. Roberto Marti. He is an admissions counselor at Lebanon Valley College, and he's going to talk to you guys about the college planning process and also give you guys the tea on what's going on at LVC. So you definitely want to make sure that you're here for that. All right. So I don't have anything else to say. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Gunnery Sergeant Little. He can give you all the tea about himself.
Oh, Lord, stop it. Well, thank you very much. First of all, good afternoon to everybody. I've been working with y'all for a long time now. Okay. I don't know if I've ever seen you all in regards to passing in the hallways or in the classrooms. I've been in, I'm trying to think here, Mrs. Grimes' class, a few other classrooms there. And obviously I had pretty much, like to say, a good office, okay, down there right by the counseling office with the help of Mrs. Mitchell and also, oh my gosh, I almost forgot her name. I'm about to lose my mind.
Miss G?
Mrs. Titus.
Oh, Miss Titus.
I forgot.
Oh,
Mrs. Titus, she's gonna get me to know that I forgot her name. Oh no. So
tell her.
what what I'm here to do today, ladies and gentlemen, okay, is to do the same thing that any college admissions rep, just as Mrs. Mitchell talked about, that's gonna come along and speak to you all. I am pretty much also, if you like to say, another college representative. I like to say that in that fashion. Okay, with the United States Marine Corps, we're not here to stop anybody in regards to their college dreams or any of their workforce dreams as well. What we're here to do is present our benefits and features on how we can enhance and supplement your careers. Now, mind you, there will be some military service behind it. Okay, some recruit training, things of that nature, but getting through all that and getting all that out the way and actually work with me, if you become a part of our team as your recruiter, I'll be able to assist you to move forward with that. But with my short presentation, the PowerPoint presentation I have, and I'm sorry, I know it's death by PowerPoint, but with it, it will go through a few things that talk about your path, talk about the benefits and features that we have in regards to education, as well as workforce things, marketable skills, stuff that we preach about in the Marine Corps, and our core values. So what I would like to do, I know there are going to be some people in and out in regards to the Zoom meeting in itself, but I'm going to go ahead and share a PowerPoint. If someone can't see it, you can either unmute yourself and say something, or you can actually drop something in the chat. Okay, so let me go ahead and share this real fast.
And for those of you who just came in, everyone is muted. You can unmute yourself if you have any questions. I'm also recording this session, so just make sure that you are aware of that. And if you don't want to ask your question out loud, you can put your question in the chat down at the bottom, okay?
Perfect. Mrs. Mitchell, are you seeing the presentation?
Yes, it looks great.
Okay, perfect. Just making sure it's good. So again, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, United States Marine Corps. I am your local Marine Corps representative, Gunner Sergeant Stephen K. Little Jr. Moving on, okay. First things first, no one has to unmute anything right now, but I want you all to take a minute. For some of you on here right now, or some of you that will see the recording or jump in later, a lot of you are underclassmen, all right, or some of you are seniors getting ready to graduate with the coronavirus being on, graduating from home, or whatever way that's being set up at the school, okay? But take a minute and just think about what your path is going to be. What does graduation look like for you? What does life after graduation look like? And do you have all the tools And do you have everything in place to make yourself successful? Because that's what it comes down to. All right, Mrs. Mitchell, Mrs. Gallagher, anyone else that's a part of your staff in regards to teaching at Norristown High School are looking to make you successful in life, right? And if you don't have the things set that you need to, we are trying to find and get those people in front of you so that you can find success in your life. Now, the biggest thing for anyone, right? Underclassmen, senior, moving on, college, or education in itself, right? But how does the Marine Corps give that to you? What do we have that another community college doesn't have, Montco or Westchester or any other great university, right? The education in itself, for the few, as we like to say, all right, comes with one of the biggest things that obviously is not laid out on this slide, but you're looking at college tuition while you're with us, okay? If you go on an active duty contract and decide to do 4 years with us on a 365, 24/7 basis, you're looking at 100% of your tuition covered while you're working and also going to school, okay? So as you can read the slide here, all right, the Marine Corps offers a vast number of programs that strengthen your mental abilities and help advance your career, all right? Also, you pursue your degree while on active duty or after you complete your service and return to civilian life, excuse me. So that's the biggest part that I was just talking about. You can pursue and get your education while you're in the Marine Corps. Okay, a lot of people, once they get that phone call from me, some of you may have already got one this year, okay? A lot of parents are like, I don't know, you know, Johnny or Susie are going to college, okay? So I don't know how that's going to help, how you all can assist, and we can do that, all right? Now, I will tell you, one of the things that maybe is a fallback to that is how do you work and go to a big college? Let's say you're stationed in North Carolina, all right? I was down there for 3 years. You have everything from Wake Forest to UNC, UNC Greenville, UNC Regular Park, all that stuff. You can find yourself going to those schools, but due to your work schedule, you may have to go to night classes or do online schooling, okay? So with that, a lot of you are doing online work as it is, so you may find online work actually being something that is a preference for you, okay? But again, off to the right there, you will see start obtaining college credits immediately, even in recruit training, all right? So if you want to start school later, or you're thinking that when you come into the Marine Corps, you're not grabbing credits off the bat, that is definitely a misconception, okay? While you're at recruit training for those 3 months, you are gaining college credits, okay? Continuing education is a vital part of being a Marine, and the Marine Corps will help you achieve your education goals. A good education makes an even better Marine. We are stressing education to every Marine out there. Even for me, I have some college credits. I'm going back to Liberty University and Ashford, doing some dual education, if you like to say there, but I'll be looking at putting in a warrant officer package here later on in the coming up months of the winter, and I need to have a degree to get that done. So education does not stop for us. And again, tuition assistance, okay, while you're on active duty, 100% is covered. Tuition assistance is available at any duty station, so anywhere you are stationed, if that's overseas, okay, in the continental United States, you will get that. To keep your tuition assistance going, all you have to do is maintain a C average. It's very easy, all right? And the one to the right, the post 9/11 GI Bill. After you perform 36 months of active duty service, okay, if you decide, hey, I did 4 years, Gunner Sean Little, appreciate the time, I'm ready to go back to civilian life, regular world, if you'd like to say, we actually give you a GI Bill to cover any further education that you're looking at taking on. So you're looking at 100% tuition assistance on that. And then also you're looking at not just tuition, you're looking at books, supplies, and then you're also looking at a housing stipend, pretty much also like to say an allowance, to assist you while you were trying to get yourself on your feet, whether that's living with mom and dad or finding your own dorm or living in an apartment somewhere near the actual university. All right. So that is definitely something for you to look forward to if you decide that the military is the way you want to go with your path, as well as also your path of education. Do I have any questions on anything I talked about in educational opportunities? And you can unmute yourself or put something in the chat. If not, go ahead, let's move on to technical skills. All right, the Marine Corps offers a wide range, okay, and I'm sorry, hold on, I think someone has something.
Matthew, you can ask your question, or it cut off in the chat, so you can either retype it or you can
Yeah, it did cut off.
unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah. And I'll give you a few seconds to go ahead and type that in, Matthew, or you can unmute yourself.
And I just unmuted you, Matthew.
So I have a question. If you wanted to get the, I know you were saying, Sergeant, about the enrollment, about how the Marines or whoever would cover it.
Mhm.
Can you go to any college, or do you have to go to a military college for them to cover it?
Gotcha. So Matthew, your question is, as you're in the Marine Corps, can you go to any university in that area?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Great question. So while let's just say again, you're stationed in North Carolina, okay? The bases that are there are Camp Lejeune and also New River, okay? So that's an air station that's down there. Those actual bases are about, I would say, 45 minutes to an hour and a half away from some of your bigger universities. But there is Coastal Carolina Community College that's there, CCU or CCEU, whatever they call it. But that college there, you can actually go to. Like, you can find yourself leaving the base at, let's say you get off of work at 4:30, and you can find yourself actually attending college right after your working hours. Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely. Did that answer your question?
Yep.
Okay. And the other thing I will put there too is, let's just say though, you're working down in Camp Lejeune for 3 years, you decide to re-enlist, but the major that you're going through requires you to go through the school for 4 years, all right, to get your bachelor's. What you'll have to work out, and let's just say you're getting stationed in Okinawa, Japan, all right, you would have to work with the school or work with our Marine Corps Education Center to make sure that those credits are transferred and that the school that you get transferred to in Japan will assist you on making sure that your degree is finalized, all right? So we have all the facilities there to assist you, all right?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No, thank you. Great question. And now again, back on to technical skills. All right, the Marine Corps offers a wide range of technical skills training at first-rate schools. Okay, so the skills that we're looking at training you on in regards to the technical fields are things that you're going to see in the workforce. And that's where for some people going to college may not be that first option. First option might be going to a technical school, maybe just jumping right into the workforce. Okay, if that's the case, the Marine Corps has the certifications and the schools to get you certified beyond extra and getting you that extra certification that you need to really make your resume that much more robust. Okay. Let me click back in here. My apologies. Okay. Formal schools. All right. State-of-the-art training and technology. Learn basic fundamentals for your military occupational specialty. Okay. All the way down to the opportunity for inter-service training. Okay. And again, one big thing there again, earn college credits. Okay. So while you are done with recruit training, you move on to your next set of training and then move on to your school training for your job, you're earning college credits all the way through that. All right. And we actually have inside the Marine Corps called a JST, a Joint Service Transcript. So that is pretty much your Marine Corps college transcript to show what training you went through and how many credits you received within that training. So if you come out of the Marine Corps with that JST and those technical skills, you go to your admissions office and show them your joint service transcript, and they will honor those credits. Okay. And obviously, if you find any hiccups or issues with that, you have your Veterans Affairs office and any local really military education office that's there to assist you with those problems. Okay. On the job training, this is really what we're big for in the Marine Corps. Okay. On hands experience. Okay. But also that hands-on experience being taught by professionals like myself. Okay, being the rank of gunnery sergeant, which is an E7 pay grade, my job is to train junior Marines, those that come in on their first 4-year contract, how to do their job. My background is personnel administration, so pretty much you can call me a human resources technician with inside the Marine Corps. All right, all of my junior Marines that come in get a very, very deep and attention to detail oriented presentation of the job. Okay, I love my job and I love training young men and women on how to do it. So with that, they definitely find themselves in a better atmosphere if they are a hands-on, vice a visual learner or audio learner. All right. So on-the-job training is very big for us. I stated again, learn directly from experienced professionals, continue with increased responsibility. There are opportunities to move to different jobs. Don't really want to get into that today. That'll be a deeper discussion if anybody has any questions on that. But the biggest thing I want to get to is our apprenticeship program. Okay. If you join the Marine Corps, and let's just say you are a Marine Corps welder, okay, there is a program out there that allows you, and it's through the Navy as well, because we're a department of the Navy. You go to the website, you put in what MOS, military occupational specialty, you have, and they align that to the apprenticeship certificate that you can receive. So for me, I have a office manager and human resources technician apprenticeship certificate. All you do with that program is log your hours in when you're performing that job. So every day you go to work, you log in your hours on what specific category you did. So for me, there was filing, accounting, personnel files, pay books, things of that nature. Once I'm done logging all those hours in, there are weekly, monthly, semi-annual reports. Those get sent up to the Navy headquarters. They review it, ensure there wasn't any type of fraudulent activity. And then from there, they approve it, and you receive a certificate from the U.S. Department of Labor. Okay. And they also give you a little card. It's really cool. You actually keep it with you. It's something you can take with you where if like you go to an interview, you don't want to bring a big old certificate in a frame. You have your business card with you that shows what apprenticeship you were certified in inside the Marine Corps. Okay. So that's definitely a big thing for a lot of young men and women who are looking to receive, become tradesmen, if you like to say. All right. And then we have advanced formal schools. The longer you stay in the Marine Corps, the more training you'll get. Education never stops. We're always learning something every day. Any questions on technical skills? Anything anybody is actually looking for, or any technical skill that you are actually already performing now? A few more seconds. Okay. Next, we'll get into financial security, advancements, and benefits. Okay. Definitely the next thing for it. Let's just all be honest here. We all go to college. We all get degrees or get certifications so we can make some money, income. Okay. Inside the Marine Corps, you will have that. Okay. The security is there. Guaranteed work with a steady income. We have pay charts, earning statements showing you how your money is made and where it goes to, paying taxes, Social Security, things of that nature. Okay. Receive regular pay raises. Okay? Every year we get about a 1% to 2% pay raise. We also saw a bigger one with President Donald Trump, about a 3% pay raise. It may not sound big, but that's very huge in regards to across the board for DoD members. And that's the Department of Defense. My apologies. So opportunity for re-enlistment bonuses. So that's a big thing. Let's just say you decide the Marine Corps is great for you and you want to stick around. Depending on your job, you may receive a re-enlistment bonus from $10,000 to $60,000. Okay. Get regular cost of living pay increases. Okay. So let's just say for like myself, I did 6 years in Okinawa, Japan. It was a great time. But the economy is different out there. Okay. They have yen. We have US dollar. So the yen at times was higher than the currency rate for US dollar. So what the military does is they align your cost of living with that yen raise, and they ensure you're making the money to actually be able to go out and live in that economy or spend money in that economy, I'd like to say. All right. Become eligible for special duty pay and allowances. As a recruiter, that is what I do. This is a special duty for me. So I'm making some extra money while I'm out here working and meeting great young men and women like yourself and meeting the great staff that you all have at Norristown High School. So it's a pleasure to actually be on this duty and be able to change lives one step at a time. Receive annual uniform allowances. That's great. Okay. Because our uniforms, as you would think, are free. They're not. So we pay a lot to keep these things up. And I know I don't wear mine today, but I do have some Marine Corps apparel on. But our uniforms are definitely the best out there. I'm going to put that up front, but definitely the hardest to keep intact. So you definitely need to make sure you're buying them regularly when that allowance comes through. Attractive retirement benefits. And that's a big thing I want to get into. All right. A lot of us right now, I know you are 17, 18, maybe even some 16-year-olds. You are not thinking about retirement at all. Okay. You need to be. You need to be thinking about what path, what stepping or big building blocks am I going forth to align myself for my future, so I know if I'm retiring or if I'm moving on to other to ventures to soon get there. Okay, those are obviously the steps myself, Mrs. Mitchell, and Mrs. Gallagher are going through, and showing that the step that we're in aligns us for retirement and a life after hard work, okay, and dedication. Thrift savings plan. That is definitely another way to step towards that retirement venture and endeavor, okay, ensuring that you're putting money away while you're in the Marine Corps, okay? It's a transparent way to take 10%, 15% of your paycheck and put it away, and what we like to say a 401k plan to ensure there is money there for you as you get ready to exit or as you get ready to retire, to supplement on to what the Marine Corps will give you after 20 years of service, which I'm going for. And then advancement, okay? There are regular promotions, okay? Opportunities for accelerated promotions. I have a few of those under my belt, okay? And promotions based on job performance. And that's why I kind of read all three of those together. The Marine Corps is very big on work hard, play hard, and if you work hard, you will be rewarded in a very hard manner, okay? We are looking for hard workers. That's it. Committed workers. Our core values in the Marine Corps are honor, courage, and commitment. You come in with the commitment to learn your job, work hard at your job. We will then commit back to you the financial security and advancement that you put into the job. Okay, so you could definitely find yourself coming in the Marine Corps, and if you're a hard worker, such as myself, advancing very fast. I picked up gunnery sergeant within 12 years, I'd like to say. I think even 11, and that's pretty fast. I got some buddies that did it in 8 or 9, but average, you're looking at 13, 14, 15 years picking up my rank in time. So you come in and perform well, listen, learn from your mistakes, learn from others, get mentors, have mentees. You will definitely move forward and make a great, we'll say, footprint inside the Marine Corps. And then with promotions comes increased responsibility. And I think for anyone, that's what you're looking for, okay? Times for leadership, great times for responsibility, as you should be looking for now in your high school career. And then the benefits, okay? As for some of you, if I have any seniors on here or anyone that has a job, okay, some of these benefits on here are some things you don't see anywhere, okay? Enjoy 30 days paid vacation. That's a lot from there. Mrs. Mitchell, do you guys receive 30 days paid vacation?
Oh, in the summertime.
Okay, okay, gotcha. So that's a bad question to ask a teacher. You guys are a counselor. You guys are off during the summer. But for us, okay.
Sergeant, I can tell you I did not get 30 days vacation.
Well, I'm sorry. What's that, ma'am?
I said I for sure did not get 30 days vacation.
Gotcha. So Mrs. Gallagher ran that in for me, and I appreciate that. So with those 30 days, okay, and I'll break that down real quick, okay? For some of you, if you have a job right now working at maybe Chick-fil-A or a retail establishment, okay, if you want to take a day off, you got to make sure it's already called in and off the schedule, all right, and you're not getting paid for it, all right? So in the Marine Corps, you earn every month 2.5 days, okay? And those 2.5 days a month carry forth, and you can utilize those at any time that you want. Obviously, you need to look at your work schedule, ensure that there's nothing going on. You speak to a boss like myself, let me know where you're going, and we get it started up, okay? But the biggest factor about it is you are being paid while you're gone. So the example I like to give is while I was out in Okinawa, Japan, I had a lot of my junior Marines who would decide to take their 30 days and utilize that to do island hopping, as we like to call it. So they found themselves going to Thailand, Guam, Hong Kong, certain parts of China that you're allowed to tour, and they would take those 30 days, and every 2 weeks they were receiving a paycheck. So they didn't have to worry about, did I save up enough money, to go on this vacation? Now, mind you, you still should save up money, so in case of emergency. But if they already had money saved, they were just having extra money there coming into their pockets as they were on vacation. All right. So that's definitely something big to look at. Medical and dental. The last time I came to Mrs. Grimes' class, I know she does a presentation, or her classes really talk about, payroll, paychecks, benefits, medical, dental. You got to think about these things. All right. Medical and dental is a very big thing out there that some people don't have. And then on top of that, when they do receive it, premiums are high. People are paying high amounts of money to keep very good medical plans and very good dental plans. All right. Inside the Marine Corps, it's totally free. Totally free. You walk into your Navy medical office, get your teeth looked at, you're good. You get sick, you need medications, you go to the pharmacy, pick up your medication. If you get stationed somewhere like myself, where I'm back at home in Pennsylvania, I'm near Fort Dix, New Jersey, McGuire Air Force Base. But let's just say I'm in Philly working and I can't get there. I can go right to Rite Aid, show my military ID, and pick up a prescription for free. Okay. So definitely a very big benefit that's out there. And a lot of young men and women don't realize that until they join and they get sick or get hurt. And they see the bill come in and they see a big goose egg at the bottom of it. Like, oh my gosh, that was $1,500 just to go to the ER. Yeah, it was. Okay. And then we also talk about our Marine Corps exchanges. That's just nothing more than a mall, commissary, things like that are already on base. I think those are pretty simple things to talk about. But my next biggest thing out there, okay, and this might be one of the things that is turning you towards military, the opportunity to travel the world, okay? We have many, many opportunities for you to see cultures and countries that you have never thought of. I never thought that I would spend 6 years in Okinawa, Japan. Never, okay? One of the best experiences of my life. I got the chance to see Korea, got the chance to see Thailand, got the chance to see a few parts of Hong Kong going through, Canada, a bunch of countries I never thought of when I was coming out of high school. Okay, one of the best experiences of my life. And at times, I was finding myself not even having to pay for that travel. Okay, so I was over there saying, hey, I want to go visit this, I want to go visit Thailand real quick or fly to Hawaii. We have MAC flights that actually are provided to military members on leave for you to fly to those areas and take leave, being that vacation days. Okay, so the benefits are out there. Okay, VA loans are available, and then also credit unions and things like that. That's pretty much just getting you a bank account. We set that up for your recruit training. Okay, so I know I went pretty long on the benefits. Does anybody have any questions on anything in regards to financial security, advancement, aka promotions, or our benefits in regards to medical, dental, and vacation days? If there is nothing there, let me stop sharing this. Perfection. Okay, and I see we're at 131. So right now, that was pretty much my presentation. Very short, simple. I didn't want to kill everybody with, death by PowerPoint, anything like that. So I now have the floor open for any questions that you all may have had in regards to this presentation.
And you guys are welcome to either unmute yourselves or you can type your questions in the chat.
Does everybody already have their path set in regards to college, workforce? Maybe that's a way to start off a question. Do you know what you're doing?
So why don't you guys answer his question in the chat? So can you ask the question again and you guys can respond in the chat?
Yes. So off my first slide, it said, do you know your path? And I'm asking that. Do you know what you're doing after high school graduation?
And if you don't know, it's okay to say you don't know.
Yeah, that's fine too.
There's seniors that still don't know what they're doing, and that's fine, Definitely.
Most definitely. Okay, I see Johnny says kind of. Okay. Okay, and then John Griffin, yes, perfect. So for those that said yes, if you mind putting in the chat, so if you're saying yes, what's your plan then? Is that college? Is that workforce? What do you already have set?
And can you guys also tell him what grade you're in as well?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you, Mrs. Mitchell. Perfect. Okay, Johnny's in 10th grade. Okay. Rachel, 10th grade. Perfect. Okay. Kimberly, college 10th. Perfect. College 12. Perfect.
Class of 2022 is representing, I see.
Oh,
here.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. That is awesome.
They were representing the other day, too.
That is awesome. Okay. I'll make sure that's the last person that did it. So for everyone that says they are going to college, that's awesome. Okay. First and foremost, that's one thing I want y'all to think, you all to think that coming in here as a military recruiter, I'm trying to stop you from going forth with your college aspirations. Has anyone ever heard of our Marine Corps Reserve program? Okay, perfect. Got Kimberly with a yes. Okay. No. Okay, cool. Got some no's. Perfect. Kimberly, in regards to the reserve program, do you know what it is? Could you give me a little bit of a breakdown of how it works? And if not, that's fine. She's like, you put me on the spot. Okay, that's fine. No worries, Kimberly. So in regards to Marine Corps Reserve, what that program does for you is allows anyone that is going to college, but also has that interest to serve in the military. It allows you to do both. Okay, and I'll give you guys an example real fast. I have Joseph Kurtzky from Philadelphia. He actually goes to the School of Future down there. His biggest thing is to serve in the military, but he has these huge aspirations to go to college. I believe he's actually going to Bucknell University. Okay. But with that, he did not want to become a commissioned officer. He wanted to be in the enlisted ranks as myself. And he really had a yearning to go to our Marine Corps boot camp, which is the hardest. Okay. I'm going to put that out there first and foremost. Okay. But he wanted to go to learn and grasp the discipline, leadership skills, and the self-reliance tools that he would get from going to boot camp. And he's going to go July 13th. And once he gets back, okay, in regards to his job and everything after all that training is done, he'll start his semester for school up, get everything going. And then 1 weekend out of the month and 2 weeks out of the summer, he will be working as a United States Marine. Okay, so I like to, when I talk to young men and women face-to-face about this, I tell them take it as a pie graph. And if you're picking the reserves, that pie graph is 95% college, 5% Marine Corps. Okay, so that 5% is getting you to recruit training, getting your Marine Corps combat training done, getting your school training done for your job. And then after that, bringing you back so you can get into that 95 percentile of college, knocking that out, getting that done because that's the main focus. But then that 1 weekend out of the month, there are actual units in Pennsylvania that you could be stationed in, Bristol, Harrisburg, which is a unit I used to work for. And I also believe there used to be one in Wyoming, and there's one in Allentown. You will find yourself going there 1 weekend out of the month, working with whatever specific job you have, and then also finding yourself 2 weeks out of the summer, exercising and working with your unit. So when I was in Harrisburg, that infantry unit found themselves going to Mozambique, Africa, Guam, I think was one spot, and they also found themselves in Hawaii. So the reserve program is just as big as the active duty program, in which just to make it relevant, our Marine reservists were activated, okay, during this pandemic and have been a very big attribute in ensuring that protocols are being taken seriously and also assisting in any type of way that they can at any schools, hospitals, and communities that needed it. So you can definitely find yourself having the best of both worlds while going to college and being in the Marine Corps Reserve program. So it's definitely something for you all to think about. Okay, so Johnny C, great question. I see that there. May I ask you this? What was his injury?
And can you state the question too, Sergeant Little?
Yeah, so sorry about that. So if you all didn't see it, if you don't have your chat box open, Johnny C asks, my friend doesn't think he can make it into the military because he has hurt himself. Is this true? And so I then proceeded to ask, what was the type of injury? Some type of metallic plate in his elbow. Okay, so in regards to anyone that has pins, plates, screws, anything like that from any type of major surgeries, we don't disqualify you off the bat. What we do is we receive your medical documentation, okay, and we send you up to what we call the Military Entrance Processing Station Office. And ours is in Fort Dix, New Jersey, actually like right next door to me because I live on the base. But we also have one in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. So you will go to any one of those offices and be reviewed. So your medical documentation will be looked at. And what the military is doing is identifying is if your injury is, how can I put it? If that injury will be an issue as you go to boot camp, and will it also become an issue as you proceed on with your military career? Because inside the military, I'm going to tell you we have jobs broken down in two ways, combat and support. So if your friend has a metal plate and that, let's just say you said it's in his elbow and it bothers him and he wants to be an infantryman and he wants to shoot a rifle or become a scout sniper, there's going to be a lot of elbow, we'll say exercises or elbow use Okay. So if that's going to be a problem, that'll be something where the Marine Corps will look at it and go, yeah, you know what? He may not be a best fit for us, and we're going to have to disqualify him at this time. But let's just say you're working in a support job, maybe doing my job as a human resources technician, or working in a supply shop, or working in an Intel shop, doing some type of computer background. That may not be an issue. So definitely let your friend know that that is definitely something for him to bring up to a recruiter, whether that's a Marine Corps recruiter or any branch he's trying to get into. And then also ensure that he is able to present all medical documentation, pre-op, post-op, and all that good stuff. And then we can move forward with talking to him. Does that answer your question, Johnny? Awesome. You're very welcome. Very welcome.
Gunny Sergeant, could you speak to how the Marine Corps is involved with what's going on now with COVID-19 at all?
Yes, ma'am. I sure can. Thank you very much. Great question. So the COVID-19, and I'll give you first and foremost how this would affect you all for enlistment, if you don't mind me doing that, Mrs. Mitchell. So for enlistment, okay, it is definitely, it's not that we've taken a back seat, but we're finding ourselves in a position where young men and women, as they go down to boot camp, okay, we are still utilizing the 6 feet, the paces in between people. Masks are being worn, okay. We actually have we had a Marine Corps video that was put out on how to utilize our Marine Corps t-shirts and how to cut those up and make masks and everything like that, okay. But at boot camp, okay, you're being put in a 14-day quarantine, okay. So it is adding 2 weeks to the vacation down there, all right. And then after that, okay, we are finding a lot of us being either essential personnel, where we are being utilized at our offices, or a lot of us are being like myself, hey, stay home. There's really nothing for you to do right now, so you can work from home. Now, as a recruiter, I like to call myself 50-50, because actually tomorrow I'll be driving down to Norristown. I'm actually picking up 2 of your alumni. I don't know if you guys remember Howard McClure. I don't know if that name reminds, if that rings a bell for you, Mrs. Mitchell, but I'll be picking up good old Howard. And Howard will be going to the military entrance processing station to make himself a United States Marine Poolee. So don't get me wrong, it's scary. Not gonna lie to you, it's definitely scary, but we're taking all the proper protocols that are put out there by the CDC and by the state and by the government, and wearing masks, okay? Also checking temperatures and everything else like that. But there are, as I stated again, Marine Corps reservists that are out there that are on the front lines, okay, assisting those communities with COVID-19 treatment and COVID-19 prevention. So does anybody have any questions about COVID-19 and how it would work for them in the military or anything like that? And Mrs. Mitchell, did that answer your question at all, ma'am, or what you were looking for me to talk about? I think she stepped away real quick, but. How's everybody doing with the quarantine? I know it's definitely, a lot of people are having cabin fever. Is everybody doing well at home? Got you. How's everybody liking the online school platform? Definitely. Kimberly, what do you find hard about it? Yeah, Ms. Gallagher, I've been hearing that from everybody. Everybody definitely wants to definitely move on forward and get this thing behind us and get back to regular life. Definitely. And the reason why I asked about how you all are feeling about the online platform is because, well, yeah, definitely, Johnny, definitely an easy way to procrastinate. Definitely. The one thing that's definitely beneficial out there is it's just hard to learn with too. Yes, most definitely. For myself, I went through, like I said again, Liberty University and Ashford University. I did those online. I actually prefer online school, okay? It's not that I'm an introvert or anything like that, but in regards to being a United States Marine, I found it easier. Okay. I was able to schedule out when I would have to answer my threads, do my discussion boards, submit my assignments. Okay. So it was really on your own type of thing. All right. Where I didn't have to rely on anybody. And at any time I had a question, I had a professor that was there. And that's when Skype was like really first big getting off the blocks. But I was able to Skype in and do that. So that's definitely something that if you like the online platform, you can find yourself, if you were looking to do an active duty contract, you can find yourself utilizing the online platform with your schools. And I know buddies of mine that are from Pennsylvania, joined the Marine Corps, and always wanted to go to Penn State. So they went to Penn State online, and they are a Nittany Lion degree or diploma holder or degree holder from online schooling. So it's definitely out there and accessible for you all to do. Are there any other questions in regards to military educational opportunities, technical skills, anything I didn't touch on, especially with the great question about medical? Anything else about screening, appointments, how we do those now, anything like that? Mrs. Gallagher, did you have any questions, ma'am? Anything that I missed? Oh, my apologies. Got one right
So
here.
I'm just going to read, there is a question in the chat. I was just
Yeah,
going
most
to read out. What separates the Marine Corps from the other branches like the Air Force?
Okay, great question. I was waiting for someone to bring up another branch. Okay, I will tell you what separates us. In regards to our mission, nothing. Okay, our mission as the Department of Defense, as service members, is to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Okay, but what separates us in regards to what I like to call our department personalities is what our values are based on. Okay, and I talked about our values a little earlier. Our 3 core values: honor, courage, and commitment. That is what we rest our lives on. That is what, those before, in the present, and after us will, for some, lay their lives down to do, and that is preserve our core values. But I will tell you, as a United States Marine, the other thing that we definitely pride ourselves on is being the most intricate and detailed-oriented branch. Okay, a lot of people, receive a phone call from the Marine Corps recruiter or see the Marine Corps in their lunchroom, as you all may have seen me sometimes with my presentation table. They're scared. I'll put it out there right there. They're scared. They think that, we're going to send you off to war right away and all this other combat stuff, and that's far from it. Okay. As some of you all know, back in the day, all right, there was a thing called the draft. So it was involuntary in regards to joining. It is now a voluntary service. So we are looking for young men and women who want to join and serve, no matter if that's in a combat capacity or support capacity. And we have all of that. Okay. But I will truly say, Johnny, what separates us is our core values and how we stand on those firmly every day. Every day. You're very welcome, Johnny. Thank you for your question. Does anybody have any other questions about any other services or anything that they may have seen with another service that they don't know if the Marine Corps has that or not?
I'm trying to remember, did you address anything about, I guess whenever we do go back to school, what hours you have or what days you come and how you connect with students?
Yes, most definitely. So if this picks back up and you all are back into the 4 walls of Norristown Area High School, I am located at the Plymouth Meeting Mall once that opens back up as well. Okay. But my working hours literally start 9 o'clock till about 5:30. Now, mind you, those are stamped working hours, okay? All right. I'm available around the clock. All right. I've had young men and women contact me at 2 o'clock in the morning saying they're interested in the Marine Corps, and that young man actually joined. So also then for coming to the school, if it opens up and the protocols allow me to actually come back in, okay, I am there as much as I can. All right. Mrs. Mitchell knows that I try to visit. If not, I won't even say weekly. I try to get there daily. Okay. Your school is awesome. You guys are very open to let me around, and I definitely love being around the student body. So those are what my working hours are. At the end of this, if this is possible, or if I need to, I can also post my work cell phone number. Okay. But the one thing I will put out there, and I know this might hurt Mrs. Mitchell, even though I will put it out there, in the great month of September, I will be moving on to another venture in West Philadelphia, taking over the Delaware County recruiting office as the boss. So I will no longer be recruiting. I'll actually be more of overseeing my recruiters and making sure they're getting their job done. But at the end of the day, I have Sergeant Briscoe, who will be coming in, Anthony Briscoe, another great recruiter, actually from Philadelphia, from the great city. So has a lot to offer you all, but obviously has the same energy and enthusiasm I have, so you're not missing a beat at all. But I will be here through the summer. So that goes for any of you juniors, any of you 10th graders that are looking to learn more in person. I'm definitely here for that.
Okay, well, do we have any last questions while we still have Gunny Sergeant Little while he's here with us for this short time in our lives? Okay, so it seems like you pretty much have answered everyone's questions.
Oh, wait a minute. One just popped in. I think it was Kimberly. Okay. What was that? Let me see here. Okay, so Kimberly's question was, I'm sorry, could you be a nurse in the military? Glad you asked that. Okay. So if you would have asked me this 6 months ago, I would have been like, oh, Kimberly, you're stabbing me. Because for the Marine Corps, as I stated previously, we are a department of the United States Navy. The United States Navy actually takes care of us in the medical capacity. Okay, so they have what we call corpsmen, which you would like to call the nurses, and they also have dental corpsmen that take care of us. They have put a new program out there for the United States Marine Corps to jump into, which is our enlisted to medical degree program. Okay, so you can come in, and let's just say you have a background, you're getting into any type of pre-med, any type of medical degree you're looking at, all right? But you have a passion to serve, and you want to get that done at the same time. You come in, you continue your courses, okay, whether that's reserve or active duty. You continue your courses for your nursing degree, or you continue it for any other type of medical degree that we just spoke of. And then there is a package that you will put in with administrators like myself, requesting the Marine Corps to pay for you to take the next steps in your medical degree endeavors. And then from there, we assign you to the school of your choosing, or if you don't have one and you're not linked up with anything in regards to university-wise, we have military universities that you can go to complete your medical degree. So the question is, could you be a nurse in the military? Most definitely, and you can do it through the Marine Corps at this time. Great question, Kimberly. Great question. And did that answer your question? My apologies. No, thank you.
All right, well, if we don't have any more questions, going once, going twice, going 3 times. All right, we would like to thank Gunny Sergeant Stephen K. Little for spending some time with us today in our second quarantine chat. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule and life with your family to talk to our students. And again, I will email you guys his information, contact information, if you want to reach out to him and ask any additional questions. And also don't forget that tomorrow, which is Thursday, April the 30th, we have Roberto Marti from Lebanon Valley College to come to us tomorrow to talk to us about the college planning timeline. And then on Monday, For Money Grab Monday, we also have another good friend of mine, Mr. Ron Felder, who works for FIA, who does the state grant for Pennsylvania. And he's actually going to be talking to you guys about how to read financial aid award letters. That's something that we're spending a lot of time doing with students right now. And actually, I do have a student who just got out of the National Guard that I sat down with 2 weeks ago and went over their award letter with them because they had to put their application on hold while they were in training. And so they're going to be going to Mansfield University. I already dropped that deposit. So it's never too early for you guys to sit and learn how to read those letters because it's going to save you a lot of headache later. And so Mr. Felder is over the entire Philadelphia region. He's the person that does all the presentations for Philadelphia. So it would be in your best interest to make sure that you are there to ask all your questions to the expert. So again, thank you so much, Sergeant, and thank you for all the students that are on here today. And hopefully you guys will get your work done for the rest of the week. All right. So thank you guys so much for coming.